Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. I'd like to start by wishing everyone a pleasant week. I'd like to thank my subscribers, viewers, for all your kindness and support. Today I'd like to start with the Banfield boys. All my subscribers knows that the Banfield body cam and grub truck is something I've been analyzing in my channel since the very beginning. People used to always ask me, why are you so busy with the Banfield boys? They're just young boys intoxicated. There's nothing to see. Until I exposed the pictures of what Saeed S. was watching. The same with the grub truck. I got people yelling at me. People are telling me to leave the grub truck people alone. They were just there to get a grub, to get a quick bite. But let me tell you all the way I personally analyze things. Just because somebody tells me that there's nothing to see, in fact, it makes me more keen. It gives me more interest in going and checking. In the beginning of this case, I've always said, I'm not going to leave one stone unturned. The reason I was always analyzing the body cam of the Banfield and the grub truck is because I personally believe, in my personal opinion and in my professional cognitive behavior therapy skills, I always watch backgrounds. I do my active listening. I pay attention to what we see and I pay attention to what we don't see. I pay attention to who was where that night. And I've always been focused on the Banfield boys because it just can't be a coincidence. It can't be wrong place at the wrong time. I refuse to believe that. The one in the middle, Ethan Knight, unalived his own father and the father's dog. He said it was self-defense. The prosecutor did not believe him. When the Banfield stop happened, Ethan Knight was on bail for $25,000. His mother paid that up. The unaliving of his father, or the self-defense of his father, because the case went to his favor later on, but the prosecutors fought hard to put him away. They believed it wasn't self-defense. They believed it was pre-planned. This happened in February 2022. Very interesting year. Then we had Hannah Clay, who unalived herself, or who was unalived, allegedly. And that was sometime in March 2022. Moving on, we have Hudson Lindo, the 19-year-old boy who was found in Paradise Creek after a Delta Tau fraternity party, which is Jack Showalter, a.k.a. Hoodie Guy, is fraternity. The night Hudson Lindo ended up in the Paradise Creek, poor boy, may he rest in peace. That night, Showalter Zana, may she rest in peace, Jake, and Maddie, may Maddie rest in peace, all attended the fraternity party. Could it be possible that whoever unalived this innocent boy, allegedly, found out maybe that somebody was going to snitch on him? Because Zana and Maddie were in the party too. So that is something to think about. Now pay attention. I've analyzed Banfield so many times that every time I analyze it, I get something new. It's been a couple of months, so let me go back to Banfield properly. I already noticed something that we have all missed. Nothing major, but it's important to read between the lines. Pay attention to this officer when he asks a question.
Tell you the number, sure. Yeah, okay. Do you have a person hosting the party?
Somebody not, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't tell you. You in the middle. Which first? I couldn't tell you the number, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a person hosting the party?
Somebody not, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't tell you. You in the middle. Which first name? I couldn't tell you the number, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a person hosting the party?
Somebody not, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't tell you. You in the middle. Which first name?
Now we have Peter with the pink jumper on. We have Ethan Knight, the guy who unalived his father in self-defense, allegedly. And then we have Taylor Parker in the corner. The officer said, which party did I come from? So Taylor in the corner, with his hands crossed, says, I can't remember. I can't remember the address. He asks him for the door number. And the officer looks straight and points down at Ethan Knight. So the officer points his finger directly at the guy in the middle. That's Ethan Knight. He says, you know. What's your first name? Why would he choose to point his finger or his hand towards the middle guy? Ethan Knight. Because obviously, this is a small town. These are undercover cops. But there are cops, obviously. One's in uniform and one's undercover. So since it's a small town, they know exactly about all the students' reputation. And especially murder. Unaliving someone is not an easy thing. The school will be warned and they'll keep an extra eye on him. So he was on parole for $25,000 and he was still up to no good, in my opinion. Because even if he was drinking and he was under the age of the legal drinking, it shows that this boy breaks rules, breaches rules.
In the middle. Which first name? Once dispatch, we can know what that actually exists. I'll catch it. Sorry. You guys over at which department? Joe come from?
So they said they came from Matt's apartment. Matt Murray lives right next to Jack D. Right next to 1119 King Road, where we saw the recent body cam of the big White House. This body cam is from Lana, Truth and Transparency. Shout out to her, she does excellent work. This is for fair use purpose. I wanted to show y'all who Matt Murray is. His sister is Maddie Murray. There he is.
You live here?
Yeah, I do.
If you'd have done that from the start, we probably wouldn't have got called.
Right? Is that what it's about? You just want.
Well, of course it is. That's what it's always about.
Right.
So you guys should know better than this by now. I mean, none of these people in any of these houses want to hear all this stuff.
I understand. I mean, the first
Okay.
time we got called for it was on Parents Weekend, which I understand.
Yeah, which was only a week ago.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so certainly we don't have that short of memories.
Well, and I mean, Parents Weekend was an exception. I think it was.
Okay, well, so here's the deal. You guys don't get a reset every week. Okay, we're not going to keep coming out and giving warnings all the time. Okay, you've had enough warnings.
We've had one warning, so.
You've had enough. This is your second warning.
You don't live here, go.
This is your second warning, and that's too many.
I understand that, and I'm just
Okay.
I'm saying I'm not trying to be a dick right now. I'm just saying.
Well, and I'm not saying that you're.
And I'm not calling it an exception. I heard you scoff at exception. I'm not trying to call it an exception. I'm just saying Parents Weekend was. I tried to do what I could, but obviously it's a little bit out of my control during
Okay.
Parents Weekend.
Anytime you're going to have a gathering outside, there's going to be noise.
Yeah.
It's going to bother your neighbors.
Yeah.
So like I said, this is Matt Murray. This was an earlier noise complaint in March 2022. He lives opposite Jack D, and he lives opposite 1119 King Road. I hope that number's right. Basically, the big house that the body cam was showing us, and they have a door dash camera too, a doorbell camera. Strange enough, Matthew looks like he's much older than the Banfield boys. So if they were chilling here, this is where I'm getting at. If the Banfield boys were chilling here, then they could have been involved. This is all my narratives, all my theories. I'm just working out my theories. So before anyone gives me a hard time, I'm letting you know I'm entitled to my opinion. I don't call out other channels, and I expect other channels not to call me out. Honestly, the YouTube creator I'm talking about knows exactly who he is, and I have a pending complaint. Let's go back to Matt. Matt seems to be busy arguing with the cops, like no man's business. The police said this is the second time within this day we've come because of noise complaints. These youngins are just something else. Why don't they just say, yeah, sorry, officer, take accountability and move on? But obviously they're intoxicated, they could be on drugs, whatsoever. They all want to act like tough little men. This is the age they grow from boys to men. But nobody in Idaho, Moscow seems to be acting like young gentlemen. Do you all remember the black truck that passes by Taylor Avenue exactly at 3 a.m. and 46 seconds? Please pay attention to it.
Okay. What kind of beer?
Bush Light.
Bush Light.
Yeah.
The Banfield boys are paying attention to the truck. It's blurry because the camera is blurry from their side, but pay attention to how Taylor, the one on the right, is looking towards the road because he can see the black truck coming. Please remember that the black truck looks similar to this. I wanted to give a big shout out to JLR Investigates, because I'm using his clip under fair use purpose. I love to give credit where it's due. He's done a brilliant job. Everyone's entitled to his opinion, whether he believes BK is innocent or guilty. I appreciate JLR for being boots on the ground. Others we wouldn't have had some information like Hudson Lindo, Haneckley, that all came out from JLR. So shout out JLR. You do extremely good work. Continue doing what you're doing. Pay attention to this black truck. Could it be possible that this was the black truck that passed by Taylor Avenue? They could have parked it over here just in case they needed to basically hide it for a while. JLR took this video cam, I believe, a week or a couple of days after the unalivings. So let's take a walk with JLR. Now look at the black pickup truck. Banfield is there. That's how it looks at night. Although it wasn't snowing that night. This is the black truck I wanted to ask you all about. It does look very similar. It does look like the black truck, in my opinion. The size, the length, the big wheels, everything looks like the pickup truck that passed by Taylor Avenue. I wonder who owns this black truck, because this black truck was seen by the tripod that was recording behind 1122 King Road that night on the 12th to the 13th of November, said at 2 a.m. they saw a woman with blonde hair running out from the sliding door and screaming hysterically. Could that have been Bethany Funk, allegedly? DM, Emily Ant, Maddie, Kaylee, we don't know. Somebody was running out, screaming hysterically. It could be Maddie, and Maddie could have made it maybe up to Taylor Avenue, and they pulled off her coat. Or it could have been Emily Ant. At the beginning, we heard rumors of Emily Ant being injured too. Whose black truck is this, is my question. This is the alleyway the figures were running from. For some reason, it wasn't so bright that night. I think they busted all the lights on purpose, especially in Queen Road. I wanted to show you all something interesting. Sigma Chi is straight down. There's so many ways to go to 1122 King Road from Sigma Chi. You can cut through the field, or you can go this way. You can go all the way around. We have two people at Banfield with Vans shoes on. Taylor Parkhill, the one in the corner, and Saeed. The reason I mentioned that is there was a diamond shape footprint that was found in front of DM's room when they put the forensic testings on it. Banfield boys are a red flag, in my opinion, from the very beginning. Let's start with the way they're dressed. The middle one, Ethan Knight, has on a shirt bigger than him. The one with his hands crossed has a shirt smaller than him. Looks like a female shirt. The one on the left, I've seen Ethan with a jumper like that. Strangely enough, it could belong to Zana. And he has a big bump on his forehead. I've shown you all that before. I'll show you all once again. And then you have the middle one who has on sunglasses that look like Ethan's one. Let me know what y'all think in the comment channel. I needed to say something. A subscriber of mine thought I deleted her comment. And it's happened once or twice. But what I want to inform you all is that unless somebody is really rude or nasty, I never block off people. I let my comment channel flow. My subscribers know that. But in this case, I believe it was YouTube who could have done it from their side, because we don't make the rules. They can withhold comments and they can block comments. Or they delete it without me even seeing it. Many people have told me, I've sent you a comment, didn't you see it? I remember a couple of months ago, but no. If it doesn't come true to me, then I can't respond to it. So I really do apologize. Please put in your comment again. I will definitely answer it. I would like to end by showing this once again. Look at Peter Reagan's forehead. Look at his eyes. Is it possible that he got these injuries from fighting with possibly Ethan, Zana, Maddie and Kaylee? So you see it? That's a big bump. Should have said trigger warning. I apologize. Look at his eyes, guys. Oh my God. I hope he didn't lose an eye. Look at his right eye. If you'll remember, we spoke about this plenty of times. You can see the light flashing, the car headlights, front lights, flashing from above the hill. I believe that is the white truck, black truck, and the black truck is important because the tripod saw it parked in front of the house at 2 a.m. What were they using the black truck for? Were they transporting the victims? Or were they transporting rugs, allegedly? Just wondering. Please like, share, and subscribe.